Tomorrow, Wisconsin voters will cast their ballots in what has become the most expensive state Supreme Court race in U.S. history. The election between conservative candidate Brad Schimel and liberal candidate Susan Crawford will not only determine whether the liberals will retain their 4-3 majority on the House and the state's highest court, but it will also be the first major test to Elon Musk's political influence since Donald Trump's election victory. Not only has Musk poured millions of dollars into the race, but Musk traveled to the state last night to put his stamp on the race at a town hall in support of Schimel, where he gave out million-dollar checks to two people who signed his petition opposing so-called activist judges. I should note that Schimel did not even attend the event. Joining me now are two MSNBC political analysts, former Republican Congressman David Jolly and Democratic pollster Fernand Amandi. This is a Florida combo meal right here, folks. So just buckle up and get ready because, David, the interesting thing for me here is the fact that Musk has put himself at the center of this race. And really the center of Republican politics by throwing out and around a lot of cash and even laying out dictates on what is or what isn't in the best interest of Republicans. You have the New York Times noting no one forced Mr. Musk to visit the state, obviously. Despite entreaties from Wisconsin Republicans, President Trump declined to make a similar trip, perhaps sensing that the race is one conservatives are likely to lose than to win, and that the most prominent booster could get tagged with the blame. The point being that Trump is looking at this, all right, Musk, you go ahead and do that. So if you lose, you get all the crap that flows from it. And if it wins, if they win, I'll still get the benefit because I'm the head of the party. How do you see this race playing out vis-a-vis these two main characters, Musk and Trump?
Sure. Look, it's a co-presidency right now. I mean, Elon Musk is basically running the country. He's the COO and Donald Trump's the CEO. And I actually think for Elon Musk, what we're seeing him is kind of stretch his wings a little bit and just make a raw power play, right? He likes being the richest man in the world. Now he wants to be the most powerful political man in the world, which creates this kind of dirty narrative about the oligarchs. And I would also point out on this front, Michael, look, to see him handing out two $1 million checks to, yes, sign a petition, but essentially turn out to vote. It was just a cycle or two ago when Republicans were passing voter suppression language that said you're not allowed to hand out a free water bottle to somebody standing in line who wants to vote. And Elon Musk is handing out $1 million checks to people who participate. But I think it's something that's telling about it, and I'll give a nod here to our friend Charlie Sykes, our resident Wisconsin expert. You know, he said part of what they're using the money on, the Elon Musk Republican side of the ledger, is to turn out low propensity voters, because what we saw in the data from November is one of the groups that moved towards Trump in many of these states was the low propensity voter that often doesn't turn out to vote. Right. They targeted them, they turned them out, they spent money on that turnout, and I think in Wisconsin that's what they're going for. At the end of the day, I think what you're hearing from Democrats in Wisconsin is this is about reproductive freedom, this is about gerrymandering and the ability to draw fair districts. And on the Republican side, this is about Donald Trump's agenda. Throw $100 million in the mix, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night.